Hey guys, it's Epsilon here, and today's video we look at double XP, what you need to do, what sort of things you should be thinking about when it comes to double XP on RuneScape 3. We're going to have a look through some of the ideas about money making that you can do during and after and before double XP in preparation, and also what kind of things you want to be thinking about during double XP in terms of training skills if you're that way inclined. Now, first things first, let's get into one thing that I think is kind of useful and for everyone that they should be thinking about doing when they're deciding to train. Now, for most of you, organising your bank is something that you'll do on the back end. You know, you might not do it proactively, but often most people will prioritize their bank in a certain way, depending on how they want to play the game. Of course, when it comes to double XP, what you want to be doing is actually deciding to put your bank in a way that makes it easy for you to be able to pick the specific things that you're interested in training. Of course, what you want to do is pick the skills that you're interested in training mostly. So for me, you know, I'm a max player. I am going for things like 120 Archaeology, and I'm going for 120 Slayer, and stuff like that, so making sure that I actually get everything ready for that, and being able to effectively just jump into my bank, pick the couple of things that I need for that activity, and then leave straight away without having to search through and trawl through. Yes, it may save you only a couple of minutes, but it means I don't have to, on the day, have to go through, pick out all of the various things, say if I wanted to do some herb lore or whatever, and if I wanted to pick the botanist top and stuff like that that give you the bonuses, then I don't have to do any of that. I can just go straight in and we don't have to worry at all. Similarly, you want to do that if you are trying to do things like Hunter. You want to get all of your traps all laid out and ready to be able to grind out that XP, and of course that leads into the next part of the video, which we talk about bonus XP. Now, yeah, of course, bonus XP is something that you can use on double XP. No, you don't get your bonus XP doubled, but you can use it alongside the actual XP that you're earning to basically boost up the XP rates. And of course, yes, you can use it combined together. So, for example, in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you'll see that I have 1.8 million nearly bonus XP in Archaeology. That just basically means when I get double XP, I'll also be getting the extra bonus XP, which means effectively I'm getting 3 times the XP when I get some XP drops on RuneScape 3. So, what do you want to do with regards to making that most effective? Well, of course, if you're part of a clan and you've got some active players in your clan to be able to get the avatar boost that you can do in the Citadel, then of course you can get that extra XP bonus. I think it's 6% if you're maxed from capping every single week for something like 4 weeks consecutively, I think it is, something around there. You'll get extra bonus XP, and of course, if you actually decide to put on things like the modified botanist mask, if you're going to do herb lore, or some of the outfits that you can use effectively to be able to increase the amount of XP that you're earning every single XP drop. Of course, yes, it may only be 6% for the entire set, but if you have the set already and you have it in the bank, then why would you not use it? And of course, that's going to mean that you're going to basically get to level 99 much quicker within the game. And of course, if you go into 120s, then that will make it even faster. So that's something I think that all of you should be doing. And in that topic, we want to be thinking about the Oddments store. If you haven't already know, or you don't already know, that actually a lot of these things go on sale. Now, at a 33% discount, I wouldn't really ever recommend picking up any of the medium prismatic stars or the lamps, but often during double XP, at some point, there is a 75% off either the treasure hunter keys, the medium prismatic star, or the medium prismatic lamp. Similarly, you may see discounts on the cinder core and pulse core, which are really, really key in order to basically improve the amount of bonus XP you're going to be getting per one. And I would highly recommend spending it on medium prismatic stars, because that basically just boosts the XP that you're going to be earning throughout the entirety of double XP. And if you know you're like me, you've got 30,000 oddments sat there, you can get a ton, and I mean a ton, of medium prismatic stars. Yes, there is a cap to the amount of stars that you can actually get within the game now. There didn't used to be, but there are now. But what it means is, you know, you can maximise the XP gain throughout double XP, and of course you can put it in whichever skills that you want to pick. As far as actually picking the correct skill to actually use within the game and to use on double XP, I think for me personally, I always found the slowest skills were the best ones to train on double XP because that allowed me to basically go through things like agility, and also if you want to use some things like Silverhawk boots, which I would 100% recommend using during double XP. If you're doing things like wood cutting, you can whack on the Silverhawk boots, which you can find in the Oddments store. I think they're free actually now. But if we look at them, you can get your boots on, you've got charges on them, make sure that you charge them up using the Silverhawk feathers, and I'm sure many of you will actually, during the double XP, there's usually a promo where you get loads of Silverhawk feathers and skill-related items within Treasure Hunter, so if you've got the VIP membership as well, like I have, then you'll get 3 chances of getting some stuff like that. And then every time you wear your Silverhawk boots, they'll basically allow you to get some bonus XP in agility, and then every so often they'll proc and then they'll release XP in agility, and that's kind of the way that I went from maybe level 95 to 99. Of course, using the Silverhawk boots and the feathers are kind of more useful when you get to the high levels because you'll get more XP per GP that you actually spend on agility. I think, you know, the more amount of time that you can spend not doing agility is the best kind of thing for me, just because it took so long. And yes, you can do the Prifddinas agility course, the Heffin course, but for me that just wasn't fun, and having to click all of the time is not very nice, especially when you're training a skill that you don't really enjoy in the first place. But yeah, that's kind of an idea as to what you want to be doing with skills like agility. You might want to train things that are very slow, mining, stuff like that. But make sure you put all of your bonus XP at the moment when you've got time to train for the skills that you're wanting to do on double XP. Whack all of your bonus XP in there because it will just mean that you get there faster, you'll finish faster, and yeah, I think it's really, really important that you do that in order to have, you know, a more of an impact on double XP and be able to get to your skill goals of reaching max or 120 everything, whatever you're doing. I think it's important that you do that in game. In addition to training, what you'll probably want to be doing is actually not focusing on multiple skills all at once. Pick one skill, get that to 99 or 120 during double XP. I always find when in the past I've personally had double XP where I'm focusing on loads of different skills all at once, you end up actually decreasing in efficiency. And I know RuneScape is one of those games where you want to really get to 99 as fast as possible, or at least most players do, unless you're playing very casually. But yeah, you want to maximize the amount of XP that you can earn in an hour, and so what you want to do is just focus on that one thing. It means that you can get it out of the way, then you can move on to your next skill. Prepare yourself. What skill are you going to do first then? What are you going to do if you get to 99 during double XP? Which skill are you going for second? Don't try and mismatch the skills in between training to like level 90 and then doing all of that kind of thing. I think what happens then is you kind of get to the stage of you forget what skill you were going to do next, and you kind of end up not really training during parts of double XP. I know you can pause the timer on double XP to be able to maybe not have to train all of the time 100%, but what if you do plan it correctly, then you'll basically improve your efficiency, and I think that is super important. If you're like me and you get a little bit bored of skilling during double XP, what I would recommend is you actually do some Slayer, because what you can actually do during double XP is earn a lot more GP per hour. That's because everything is inflated in price. What you can do then is just use that GP to then invest in certain items that get made during double XP. What happens is often some of the smithing items and some of the potions go down in price, at least the final product of the potions will then decrease in price during double XP because the supply is just absolutely overwhelming to the market. What happens then is you can use the GP you've earned from Slayer and the increased GP that you get per hour from Slayer because of double XP and the increases in prices of stuff like herbs and all of the various like items that you need, runite ore, stuff like that. All of the ores, everything regarding kind of Slayer drops, which, you know, most of you already know, will then go up in price. What you can do then is just take advantage of that. Make sure that you sell them during the hype of double XP, because that tends to be when they're the highest price, when initially the double XP launches and everyone's going, oh crap, I haven't actually bought any of the supplies, I need to buy loads. Then you can sell your Slayer items and Slayer drops during that time, and then invest in items nearer the later half of double XP that have been made during the process, and then you can make some GP selling that on another like month later after double XP itself, and you'll make some decent amount of money. As far as making other money, of course, you can do things like making unfinished potions during herb lore, which I find is actually really, really useful. I make loads and loads of money during double XP if I use the correct setup. We're going to show you what you want to be doing. Just as an example of one thing is, of course, if you see that there's a potential to make some unfinished potions for profit, if you can actually make just the base profit actually profitable. So say if I want to make, I don't know, a Qualm potion, if I'm not a bot and I actually type correctly, then you can buy one of these, and then the Qualm potion itself might be very, very close in price. But what you will actually notice, say if we buy 10 potions right now, or 10 actual herbs, and then what we do is we will clean them. And then what I tend to do during this time is we then get vials of water, of course, whack on the modified botanist mass, which actually gives a chance of doubling the potion or not using one of the herbs during making the potion. Then what we do is we get a vial of water, if I actually have any, which I do, luckily, or just deposit some of this rubbish. And then basically you can make tons and tons of actual money during this. And it's one of the things that is a consistent moneymaker. Say if we've got 10 vials, we'll probably want 2 more maybe. And then what we want to do, make sure we've got our modified botanist mass. Then you want to make sure that you've got the dungeoneering scroll. If we have a look at the actual loadout, I believe it is a scroll of cleansing, I believe. Not entirely sure, something like that. It basically allows you to create potions, and it has a chance of wasteless herb lore, I believe. So you don't actually use one of the items, and then combine that with a modified botanist mask and a well, a portable well, which you can do in world 66, I believe, or 84, depending. They're usually the worlds that people tend to do, and you want to go to Lumbridge, the area here on the map. We'll go there just in a second, and use the portable well. Of course, there tends to be in high populated worlds, you can actually just go to Grand Exchange. There's usually wells there, but you tend to get a nice bank spot over here if you actually want to make some GP. Then it will kind of maximize it. Then what you can do is when you have a portable well, if we then mix the potion, hopefully, just hopefully, we'll actually get a proc down here in the bottom left, whereby we actually saved one of the, there we go, your Scroll of Cleansing perk speeds up the creation of this potion. Your Wasteless Herbalore ability allows you to save Clean Qualm, and then we get another one, your Modified Botanist Mask helps you create an extra potion which was sent to the bank. So there we go, we've actually managed, out of the 10 Qualm leaves that we've got, if we have a look in the bank, which that was 1, we go to the Grand Exchange, and we can sell this for a lot of money. During double XP, what you see is actually the boundaries between how much money you can make from just the potion itself and the amount of money you can make from duplicating basically your herb from the beginning. And yeah, you can make an absolute killing off of this. Of course, you can do it during the normal time as well. So say if I want to check how much money we've made, so that's 220k plus the 19,000 from actually saving the herb, and we bought it for what, 186. So we'll probably make in the region of 60,000. And how long did that take me? Actually doing the task itself, other than getting there. Of course, you can just do it in bulk, and yeah, we made 60,000 in probably what, 10 seconds maybe, something like that. So do that over the course of an hour, you're on millions per hour just from doing herb lore. Of course, you aren't actually training the skill because you get very little XP, but it's just a method that I take advantage of during double XP, and it's fairly passive. Like, you have to maybe click, especially when you're actually making the potions themselves. So that's something you can do, and of course it will also save you money if you actually just want to make the potion into the final product. So if you want to convert a Qualm into I believe it's a strength potion, then yeah, you can do that too. But of course, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Did you enjoy this double XP guide and some extra kind of money making guides that you can kind of add in there as well? Of course, subscribe down below if you aren't already, and if you did enjoy the video, please hit that like button, and because it really does help out the channel. And of course, check out some of the other content on passive money making and Slayer money making as well on the channel right now. Other than that, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope double XP goes very well for you. Goodbye.